We have covered a number of treatments which can be used in the treatment of increased work of breathing. This table shows you at which point in the patient's journey they can be used. So some of these treatments can be used in the acute setting, and some we would tend to use more in the chronic setting. So positioning can be used for all of our patients. Respiratory muscle training you wouldn't tend to use with somebody who is acutely short of breath. Breathing control is fine to use with all of our patients. However, caution should be used with diaphragmatic breathing, and it shouldn't be used in patients with severe COPD. Rectangular or square breathing is fine to use in acute and chronic patients. Relaxation is fine in our chronic conditions, as we tend to be focusing more on trying to get them to be avoiding feelings of anxiety. It's less likely to be used in the acute setting. However, that doesn't mean that you can't use it, and I certainly have used relaxation with some of my patients on the ward. Pursed lip breathing, while traditionally tends to be more with our chronic patients, can be something that if someone's acutely hyperventilating and losing a lot of carbon dioxide may be beneficial. Energy conservation is not something you would tend to use in the acute setting. However, it is something that's very important to our patients with chronic conditions. Again, with pacing, we wouldn't tend to use that with somebody who's acutely unwell, but it would form an important basis of our discussions with those with chronic diseases. Same with blow as you go. NIV can be used in the acute setting if someone is really struggling, and we've discussed that already. However, it can also be used at home as well in certain circumstances. Fan therapy tends to be more used by your chronic patients. However, that doesn't mean to say that you can't go and get a fan for your patient if they are available. However, in the depths of winter, you'll probably find it pretty hard to find a fan within the hospital. Pulmonary rehabilitation, you would not do in the acute setting, and you would do with your patients with COPD. However, depending on the service, would depend whether or not it would be available for other chronic lung conditions.